Greetings, welcome to LXF. We're going on to the Claas Lexion 770 TT since we finished up the Garden Spreaders last time. Well, I am very scatterbrained today. This will be interesting. Anyways, yeah, this is one of my most favorite harvesters, and I can explain more definitely once we get into it. But yeah, this is one of my more favorite harvesters. So yeah, anyways, let's go over to our ad spot. We'll jump right over in the studio, shall we? Brick Print's your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printer parts. If you like what I do, you definitely like what he does. He does custom stickers for my mocks and my other careers mocks. Make sure Mega, www.brickprints.com. Take a look around, support him for me. And yeah, only that, and let's go on over to studio, shall we? Alright, so this is one of my most favorite harvesters ever since Farming Sim 13, actually. There was a pretty... I don't know if it was really famous, or I know it was kind of popular. There's a very popular Claas Lexion mod back then, and one of the most joyous things about it was that it was partially broken. You see, normally harvesting speed is limited in that game by just like you just do normal speed control. But the thing about the old 2013 Claas Lexion from that farming game is that the control speed you can actually change with like your plus and minus keys. It was actually broken for that mod, so you could harvest at like max speed with it. So it was a most glorious, fun thing to operate and just harvest your fields. I think in 13 I ended up having like 10 or more of these things, all just spazzing out my fields when I played that game. And honestly, from that point, I just kind of fell in love with them because they are kind of glorious for that regard. So yeah, that's I guess that's more or less the story of how the Claas Lexion 770 TT. I like the Terrat Track version, especially the most. That's the one. That's the mod I had, and that's actually where this model comes from. Is from that mod for that 2013 game, because it was great. It was a great game. It was a great game. It was great fun. I loved Farming Sim 13. I've played 15, and now I'm actually currently playing 17. And you're probably wondering, why are you playing the games in order and not actually playing like the newest version? Well, that's just kind of how I feel. So I just kind of wanted to complete them in order. So every time I get windmill and own kind of most of the map, I feel pretty satisfied with stopping that game, and that usually puts me at like almost 100 or 200 hours of gameplay. So I love Farming Sim, and I am playing 17 currently and just slowly building up my farm on 17. It is good fun. Anyways, we are trying to build a tractor now, and I'm kind of blabbering on about other things while I yawn to death and cheese and crackers. I am not alive. Okay, so I think we're gonna probably just go ahead and go for this tire, even though it's a little large. Which means our axle back here will be a little taller than what it's supposed to be, but I think that's fine. It's 3.8 by 3.8, 30. It would have to be a 20-something millimeter tire. And I don't think we have a good... There's 24. 37s. I think we have a thick 24. Actually, this is a 30, so that's the same. 24 by 24 is a little too small, so yeah, it has to be above 24. We're probably looking at like 28 millimeters, roughly. I don't think they have any something like that. At least not that I can think of with how scatterbrained my brain is right now. Jeez. Me and my friend were trying to play some Derail Valley yesterday, and we got like no tax done, like no train stuff done. We were just, both of us were just so scatterbrained last night, just trying to get stuff going. Ended up traveling all the way up to Food Factory to take on another task and to get one of the demonstrator units. And it was like, yeah, just like absolutely nothing. It was just one of those nights. I think we were both pretty burnt out and tired. Nothing was getting completed, man. It was a long night. Oh yeah. I still feel the effects. I'm still kind of scatterbrained. Man. I don't know, it kind of help if I stopped yawning so much. Jeez. Okay, that's not what I want to do. I can't, like, lock this into place, right? Yeah, then no, it's not a thing I can do. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to fall back on the old, just using 2 pairs of chain links to basically lay out the tracks for this thing. Let's move this over. Copy mirror. Oh, even 2 links of tracks is a little too wide still. That's fine. I think this is a lot closer to what I need than anything. And if, okay. Stop with the move tool, please. Thank you. At least with this, we can kind of like compress things, I think. Actually, you know what? Maybe it would be even smarter if I like adjusted this to be in the middle of that tire. Yeah, like that. So these tracks aren't like sitting so heavily deep into it. Okay. You know what? That might actually be better. Now, I don't think any of the Technic tracks come in red. This model add reference images. I should have my Lego projects folder. Claas Lexion. No, but I do have some blueprints though. Yeah, this is of the non-TerraTrack version, which I don't like as much. I really enjoy the TerraTrack version. TerraTracks are kind of the more fun model. I thought I had more reference images for the Claas Lexion, but I guess I didn't. Push. Huh. I could have swore I had some. Well, I guess never mind. Anyways, the gear things, I wish I need them in like a red. I don't think these gears really come in red. There's some. Ooh, okay, that's close to what I need. It's definitely too big. What about you? 2 blocks. God. It's expensive. This guy, though, would be cheap. Then it would get my gearing kind of more or less exactly where I need it. But it's so small compared to the other one. Okay, let's turn off red for a second. Let's see. It's one of these gears. Don't tell me this is the perfect one again. It is. No. Yeah, it only comes in dark azure right now, though. Dang it. This has been like the perfect gear for like the Alice Chalmers dozer I did previously, and now it's the perfect gear for here. I need this gear to come in more colors. Like, seriously, I need it to come in more colors. It would also be handy if it just wasn't the perfect gear all the time. For so many of the things I build so far, like lately, this is just like speaking in lately terms. It's been the perfect sized gear. And it's so hard to argue against it not being, not use it. It's so so good for being the size that it is. I wouldn't mind black, because black is an actual color TerraTrex come in. Though my favorite one is the red that the TerraTrex normally come in. TerraTrex normally come in like a good red color. I think that's that splash of red with like the red rims in the back. It's pretty nice. I guess we're gonna have to go fetch some reference images though here pretty shortly, so we can see colors on this thing, more or less. Yeah, it comes around like that. Hinge around here. Actually, I shouldn't be technically hinging that because we don't even have anything to connect that to yet. I don't even know if these align stud-wise to anything. Guess that's what I get for kind of going ahead of myself. But like I already mentioned earlier, I am scatterbrained today. It's one of those days. One of those glorious days of just not being all there. I can't escape it. Oh, man. Technic. Axle. You know what? I've had some thoughts. What if I use just regular Technic discs? But I don't think Technic... Do I have Technic discs? Yeah, no, I do. So I could test it with the chain. I'm wondering if a regular Technic disc would work well. I do think these come in red. You, my good sir. I think you come in red, right? It would help if I turn this filter back on. No, you don't come in red, but it's sticker. You can always slap a sticker on it. Question, is that of similar size to these? I think it's a little bigger, therefore it won't work. It's quite a lot bigger. Alright, never mind. That's also pretty huge. Okay, yep, that's not helping anything. Yeah, what if I just filtered red pieces only? What do I get? That's red and round. Like the size of this gear. Probably a whole lot of nothing. I'm going to guess right now. I'm glad that LEGO has gotten a bunch more pieces in lime green as of late. for, well, it'd be handy for that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really, or no. One last thing I have up my sleeve. Okay, that's the same size. That's not what I need. I need something that's smaller, that can fit within the chain. It's not smaller. It's still not smaller. I'm not winning. See, that's the size I need. Roughly. Problem is I need something that the Technic gears or Technic chain can mesh into. If I don't have something that the gears can, or the chain can mesh into and hold it in place, and it's not good. Technique gear. I could probably mesh it with these little guys. Since if we don't have the gear, I wonder if that would stay there enough. Ooh. This would have to be spread apart a lot more. Or I only just use one with gear teeth. I wonder if one gear sitting down like that would actually be enough to help hold in a chain. I don't think it would. I think the chain would like to roll off. And we're definitely going to have to put the connection of this whole system on the back side here. That's kind of a definite. I was trying to think. There's like anything I could do to try and make the chain stay on more. I don't think there really is. I do believe that these need to be black like that. What is this? That's an 8-tooth gear. It's an 8-tooth gear as well. This one, though, has a lot more going on. But I think this one's fine. So I do have a lot of these parts on hand. I guess, let's, no, I need just a little bit more going on here. Let's just take a plate round for the moment. And make you black. Because if I can build a, setup, I could do a test build real quick. So I don't have a camera set up or anything to show it off on stream. I mean, I have a camera, but it's not set up to be doing like streaming down my desk live. If we can get all that connected, let's copy mirror this over. Oop, that over to there. Okay. So yeah, we just need to get all of that connected. I'm gonna rip this off real quick and just pull it away. Okay. So. Technic pin would help if we don't have bright pink on. Thank you. Not the friction one. I want to pull this away from there because we will have. we won't kind of have space, though, will we? Now that I think about it. I mean, it would probably work, though. It's so difficult to tell. The best way to connect it would be something like that with like a axle going across. Is this even like even? No, this is like not even. The connector. It's like even if I used it's like that. No, it's too far down. Did you see that? I think lift arm. Because this gear here needs to be able to roll freely. Unless you're just sliding the track across the ground, which I don't think it would be very ideal. So this is like almost on a half offset. It's kind of problematic. No, I think it would be best if I did plate modifieds. You, my good sir. Like I said, this needs to be on half offset. That is the closest thing to actually working, is it being on a half offset like that. Let's just do by 6 like that. Sure. That's good. Question is, connection point for you, my good sir. Don't think. Yeah, no, that wouldn't line up. At what point do you line up? Oh, you're so close to lining up there. You're on a weird offset, aren't you? Ah, dang. That causes problems for me. Tactic here. Oh. Except we don't have... There's not a... Yeah, no, there's not one of these basic gears with like a Technic pin connector inside of it. Because that would help me a lot. But no, I don't get that kind of nice thing. It's not something I get. See, that feels like another weird half offset. So like we're getting half offsets within half offsets. Oh, but it's not. Doesn't even align with the stud above it. You know, that's a problem. That's basically a bracketized bit going down. I don't think we can get enough plates to attach to that. This guy doesn't necessarily need to rotate. As is, it's mostly this. That's the important bit that needs to rotate. Okay, and in order to do that, I need to come down probably 2 bracket. So you know what? This might work. Technic. Brick you, my good sir. That brings it down. There we go. I don't know about that connection point, but sure. Plate round. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna swap this out. You become plate modified this guy. If we need to, we can swap things around so that this is the front. Okay, and then this guy right here. Need a Technic. No, I just need a clip. Tile modified. Get a clip on here because it doesn't need that one doesn't necessarily need to roll. It can slide. Now the only fun part is, does this hold? Well, that brings it up a little bit. Not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, do I need to put 2 plate modifieds in there? Oh, look at that, yeah. It basically holds it in there. I'm hoping that 1 gear is literally enough that this won't slide off. I don't think it will be, though. I really have my doubts. Hopefully that's fine enough. Okay, hold on. I need to copy and mirror this chain. Like I said, we can flip it around so that this faces frontwards. I guess our last problem is actually connecting a lot of this to the rest. Yeah, no, that can't go there. That's sweet. Just kidding. No, it's not. Causes problems. Plate round. I can't even put a plate round in there, can I? No. I guess the connection point to the chassis could be a little bit different. It kind of needs to be set somewhat centrally, which makes more problems for me. Yeah. Oh, this wheel setup is just filled with problems, and we're not even done with it yet either. We still got that little piece. It's a lime color. I don't even know what piece I could use. Actually, I do know what piece I could use for that. Yeah, I have chain and I have other stuff on me, so I could test this. Actually see about having this roll and work. Because if I don't need to do like a full Technic gear on here, it's fine. But if I need to do Technic gears on here, I can easily do it. Won't much of a problem, I don't think. Oh, you are acting not connected because maximum hinge points were. that. Okay, that's fine. I can like almost from a third person perspective just hear me struggling as my brain is trying to do stuff as I'm just trying to process whatever I can, man. I am so dead today. Truth be told, I've been battling headaches all weekend pretty hard. I can't explain it because I definitely have some kind of bug, but it's not enough to actually do anything besides making me broil and just give me headaches. That's about it. Like, right now I'm kind of a bit warm, but like at night especially, like I will just bake. Like I have some kind of fever or something kind of going on. It is, I don't even really know how to explain it. It is kind of wild. Doesn't take hardly anything at all, and I'll just be absolutely roasting. Okay, so okay, the only problem is I technically need that bar over here on this side of things. I mean, it kind of fits, sort of, but not really. Wow, okay, come on. No, that's kind of struggling. I do have ingot pieces, so like, we're still not out of the realm of weirdness yet. Slope curved. I think just a singular piece like this. It doesn't work though, there at least. Yeah, I need a piece like this connected to a piece like that. I mean, that kind of works. And we just hinge it, do kind of a little bit down like that. And then this part just needs to be like a lime green. The rest of this, select by color, black. It's more or less our Terra track. I'm kind of rhyming in a weird way. Yeah, okay. So we have all that. You know what? Actually, Axle, I have a connection point here that I've been staring at almost the entire time. Technic axle, is this 4 long? This is 3 long. Won't work. It's 3 long as well. This is 4 long. What color does it come in? Dark bluish gray. That actually might be perfect. Because I can probably just connect to the body via right there. Oh. Wait. It needs to go the opposite direction? Oh, okay. You're angry because you have to do that. Oh. Well, if it wants to be like that, I basically got to rotate that. Copy and mirror. I think that kind of solves... no, not really. Mostly gonna be like that. What is? Dang! I need some images of a Claas Lexion. My scatterbrain. Okay. Claas Lexion 770. I need the newer one. Red. Yep. See, there it is. The red. TerraTrack wheels. I guess they have some silver to them. Interesting. Yeah, the bottom of the body is mostly black. So that's fine if that's all like that. And then of course we're gonna have to do our corn header and our wheat header. I think that's only 2 headers we need to do, unless anyone wants to mention anything else. Kind of a neat cat diagram showing how it all works on the inside. I absolutely love these things though. They are my favorite. Oh, this one has like the extra long pipe too. So that's a pretty sweet setup. We can do that in the extra long pipe. That is an option. I don't know if I necessarily need that. I also like the white pipes too, but it's missing that class bit right here. That bit right there that sticks to the pipe and kind of comes out and faces forward. Like there's definitely a lot of elements that I want to model as accurately as I possibly can. Oh, this one has the ladder bit turned inwards. Oh, and that part's black too. Intriguing. So yeah, it can also be green there. Yeah, okay. Let's go back over to the studio. Okay, so I need to test. Oh, yeah, I do need to test build these bits. Some things are angry. Tech pin 3 long. Ah, okay. You need to just be like light bluish gray. There we go. I need to test build these and make sure that they're strong enough to where they won't cause issues structurally. I guess the worst case scenario, I'd literally just run an axle across like the full length of this thing. Okay, pull you out. Push this across and in. Somehow we have changed the ground level. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Ground level has been changed. Okay, yeah, I don't need you. It'd be nice if you could lock some of this stuff in. And that's actually almost just an exact plate wider. So that is pretty perfect, honestly. Okay, let's continue. Oh man, why do we have to go up like that? Okay, I do think this is kind of more or less... Okay, so that is technically sitting on the ground as is. I do need to stick a plate on the ground though, so that I can accurately move it more. Doesn't want that. Yeah, you want to like that. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, submodel it. Now we can move it into place more accurately. Yeah, that's pretty close to where I actually need to sit. And of course, edit. I need to review. Wait, 3 in the middle. Oh, come on. Why don't you want to place across the middle? Thank you. Goodness. Yeah, and that's actually sitting more or less evenly in the middle, which is perfect. I just need to cock it over onto that side just a little bit more. Yeah. Now it's in the middle perfectly. There we go. We have our little Claas Lexion. Terratrex. Sweet. I do need to get wheel hubs onto these. Find compatible parts. You come in red. Yes, you do come in red, my good sir. Perfect. Actually, you know what? Find compatible parts. Do any of you also come in red? You come in coral, that's interesting. You come also in red. I think I want to replace you with that one instead. Just because we can try and get that. Does this saucer come in red? Do you come in red? No. Are you pretty perfect for that middle bit? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Plate round. Do we have anything else plate round wise I can fit in there? No. Cone? That's a little too fat. So it needs to be a plate high. It needs to be red. It needs to be round. Okay, what if I just searched here? What results will I get that could possibly solve problems? Is this a 2x2? Oh, it is a 2x2. You know, sometimes it's fun just discovering what other parts are out there. Because my brain will kind of just log those parts for future use. Like, oh yeah, no, that could be useful. Just gonna log that in. Okay, flower does not work. Yeah, I think I might just have to put in a round tile. I mean, besides shape, it's actually pretty darn close, so... yeah, we'll just go with that then. Okay, so now, for this bit... which actually, I don't even know how I'm going to connect. It's not like we have... yeah, we don't have really anything on the ends that I could connect this to very easily without doing extra. And it would be nice to have this rotate in the middle as well. That would be an extra bonus. I feel like I just need to run Technic bricks all the way across. Okay, let's grab all of that. Hopping near. Move to the other side. More or less there. We do need the hitch point there, which is for the header trailers, mostly. There's some other equipment that can use that, but mostly for your header trailers. Which I guess that's something else we gotta build too, is a header trailer for this. So you can haul your header on narrow roads. Gotta get the steering cylinders on here. There's actually quite a bit we need to do. I has idea. That's actually to bracketize these wheels. Because then I can easily get things like the turning bits and other stuff. on here. How modified? Yeah, clip there. Clip there. I do think that technically there is on the real things, there is like a bar that goes all the way across. The steering? Hold on, I'm just gonna look at a auction selling website so I can see the rear of this thing. Because I do think there's a bar that goes all the way across, right? Ah, dang, I can't see underneath. There's one with a header trailer. Nope, never mind. Here, I'm gonna bring you guys over. You can, nope, it is just little cylinders on either side. I thought they were going all the way across. I guess it really doesn't. There's just two little cylinders on either side for turning. Let's... Bulgaria, sure. I just need to see your rear, please. See more photos. Just have like a good up close. Yeah, it's a single cylinder on either side. I thought there was a drawbar that went across. Wow, they have a lot of the headers. A lot of them. All the same TerraTrack too, so this must have been like a whole farm or business or something that went out. This is some inside. I don't think we're gonna do those details. Mostly just keep to what's on the outside. Be fun to add function, but I don't think that we can really. Also, I don't even know what kind of function to add. Besides, I guess the first thing that comes to mind is like the original Lego Harvester set, where it spat out hay bales, which was an interesting one. It would have been probably more realistic to spit out studs for the especially if you're harvesting wheat or something like that. For the hay, basically it spits out just chaff, grass. I play Farming Sim and my brain is just not even registering it. Yeah, there must not be a drawbar. I thought there was a drawbar that went all the way across, but no, I can definitely tell it's cylinder and then cylinder. There is not a drawbar that goes across. I guess that's with like other harvesters. There's a drawbar that actually just goes across, but nope. It's just little cylinder for steering. I think that barely fits in there. And then just a little cylinder for steering. And that's it. That's all you get. Tile. Plate modified. I know we have one of these thingies with oh, did I actually perfectly get that? I think I perfectly got that. Sorta. There does look to be some adjustment I need to make. Just pushing these wheels out just a little bit. Yeah, there's our header trailer thing. We are hitting whatever is going on up here. Ever so slightly. But I do think I can make use of probably something to allow for the turning side to side rotation of this. Be nice if I could get like a turntable in here. Now that I said that, I know exactly how I can get a turntable in here. So if I flip that upside down, the way we get a turntable on here is literally just a upside down turntable. Can't get that plate in there. I need another plate. there. Thank you. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good so far. And then we just need an upside down turntable. Turntable, you, my good sir. And you, my good sir. Yeah, like that. Select by color, black. Perfect. The only minor thing we need to do is just take these wheels and scooch them out just a little bit because they are hitting. Yeah. Move. Scooch out. Perfect. You know what? I should also fix these wheels by actually giving them the correct color. Oh, that's black too. That needs to not be black. Turntable. Can fix that. We're black. There we go. Without further ado, I think we just need to start laying out some of the chassis. Yeah. Start laying out some of the chassis, some of the body. At least with this drawing, I can see where it's supposed to be white and where it's supposed to be lime green. So we'll have to do all that, which is going to be a lot of fun. Shaping and cutting. I've done it previously before, because I've actually technically built a Claas Lexion. At least partially. Never did get the full way. Anyways, turntable, light bluish gray. Thank you. Apply there. I don't know how much rotation we can get there. Get like a little bit of rotation on the back. Would be kind of nice. Yeah, there's always like fancy boxes and stuff doing things. For these cylinders, we'll do kind of a similar situation to how we did the cylinders for the Jordan. We'll actually use these clip rounds. And then a Technic lift arm. I do, or Technic connector, sorry. I do think that these little cylinder lift arms are actually lime green. Filter back on, please. Green. Yep, these do come in lime. Perfect. I think that these cylinders are technically supposed to be lime. There we go. Technic pin. That. Some simple bars, honestly. There we go. Oh, don't need you to be selected. Please. Yeah, alright, we're getting somewhere. I am feeling pretty good about this now. Let's see, we do gotta kind of not build some body above these tile bits. Just so that these tracks can like actuate up and down a little bit. Do a little bit of suspension movement. So that'll be something we need to watch out for. Something we can do though, I can and C is probably trying to start working our way to connecting to here. I think when it comes to connecting to here, really the best way to do it is honestly pixel joints. So something like that. And then double stack it. Like that. Yeah, because then we can connect to a lot of that. Okay. That seems pretty good. You have this piece that comes down along through. It feels almost like it would be easy to just replicate it like that. If it was even, that's an odd, isn't it? Why in the world did you have to be an odd? Of all things, why is it always odd numbered? I just don't like that. Okay. And that needs to be awkwardly down too. Ah, sweet. More conflictions. Is that a plate down? That might be just a plate down, honestly. We probably don't even need to do that. We probably do that. Plate modified across there. And having that off means that it actually needs to be clips that are on there. Ah, and yeah, that's perfect now. So that can go all the way across there. And then we can run... Actually, probably not there at that point, but we can definitely do something here. Like that, and that kind of just works that out in its own way. So that's all good like that. Some other awkward jazz going on here. This whole bit needs to probably be upside down. Scoot this in. That being off is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's like, it makes it easier to solve, but also... Oh yeah, that needs to be uneven. There is some benefits and some non-benefits to all of this. Connecting that isn't hard. It would just cooperate. And that's a turntable, so I can't. No, it's so difficult. It feels like there's solutions to this problem, but when I look for a solution, I don't find the solution. It's gonna drive me mad. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not losing my mind whatsoever. And okay, so that is... Let's just call that 4 wide for simplicity's sake. Or is that closer to 5? Whatever. Whatever. I'm already over it. I do think this looks like it gets pretty wide up here. Kinda. that little handle right there, I don't think we're going to be able to model. Such a tiny little element. Yeah, we're going to have fun trying to do the white and lime. I'm going to have to get some drawings or something up for this. Actually, can I get one right now? Son 770 TT drawing. There's a blueprint thing. Kinda doesn't help me, because I was hoping for something that actually has like full color to it. Yep, none of that helps me. Wee-oo! They do have blueprints for the more older Claas Lexion 480. 770 I want. I love the 770. The 770 TT is my favorite. That's why we're building it. It brings me the most joy. Body, I would appreciate it if you would stop broiling me to death. Just getting cooked in my own skin. Headlight brick helped me. Brick. Modified headlight brick. Okay, I don't think I can go all the way across. That's a definite no. That's a definite no. Slope, curved. But at least, you know what, we can go up higher with the, now that I think about it, we can definitely go up higher with a lot of these connections. Have so much space up in this body. You really don't need to be down this low. So, without further ado, let's do that instead. Actually provide some space to this connection. I don't need to be down deep in the guts here trying to do this, and I could be just way up above. Another problem too is I think that this slope needs to be offset. So more jumpers, woo! So that's good, like that. That's good, like that. And then I need to put some brackets like that. It would help if it was a little further out. Put you there. That is not really connecting like it should. Okay, we can maybe deal with that. Yeah, I think so. I just need to put one plate outwards like that. That'll solve the issues. Yep, like that. And how does that look? Oh, a lot more better, honestly. Like, in every shape and form. Wow! I feel like I'm throwing sarcasm against this so hard. And yeah, like I said, we can definitely build down into that joint right there for the rotation of that rear axle fairly easily, without too much trouble. So something we have to do. There's these little bar things come along. We'll have to definitely model those up, though. Those are definite, even though the bar situation of those is going to be huge. Yeah, no, we should probably be working on this next. Already feeling like I need a rest, though. How warm am I getting? Kind of warm. Body is cooking itself in its own flesh. Okay. So one thing I would like to do is have some detail to this while also trying to allow it so I can connect headers to it. These cylinders probably don't need to actually 100% function. Just mostly look the part. Probably be good enough. Round. I use a plate round here. I mean, it kind of looks like I could, yeah. It feels more like I need this one, honestly. I need a bunch of this one. And then just absolute metric buttload of these. And then somewhere in the middle here, probably right there, you know, take these and rotate them probably about 45 off of each other. Like that. It kind of gives the impression of that little bit there. I'll go ahead and delete that other track. And yeah, we'll test that build. Yeah, the real thing mounts up to there. But I need clips somewhere. I don't even think this comes in lime. Now, does it? Nope. It's coming green, though. But honestly, looking at that, modified. Doesn't happen on the other side. But honestly, that's kind of inspiring some ideas in my head. Okay, plate modified. Plate modified, please. Thank you. If we do that, that looks pretty great. I believe that can also come in lime. Okay, I guess I need to hit into this one as well. Nope. But honestly, it feels like I could just use one of these plate modifieds. And that'll be like good enough. Or at least very close to good enough. Okay, so it needs that, like this bit that comes up, which I do believe on real life has a hose or something that comes off of it. You know what? I do need that plate round one. You, my good sir, I do need you. Even if you don't come in line, I can maybe just make you gray or something else. Oop. Paste. Connection tool, you to there, my good sir. There. Is that a brick? 4.2. I think that is actually a couple bricks in there, like almost perfectly. And can I just do a plate I like that? That's close, actually, to where it needs to be for a connection point. It's like very close. So we can work off of that. Definitely need to make it sure that it doesn't run into the tracks. Currently, it's very much running into the tracks. Guess that's why it's so skinny. I don't think there's really a good way to make that skinny like that. It kind of just needs to be a little chunky. A little bit. Modified. I need one of these. Oof. Copy mirror. Okay, so that is definitely how that needs to be. I definitely think I could run some brackets back there. Modified. Okay, so that doesn't quite work out. Close. Definitely close. Oh, 1x4. Needs to be like hinge though. And I'm gonna have to do some test building on this guy. Hey, at least we're kind of getting something that looks like what we need for this front header attachment. I still need clips or something though to actually like have a actual attachment to the header, because that's important. You know what? That probably does it right there. I could easily attach something to that. Hey, would you? Okay, hold on. Hide you. Connect you. Is you to the middle part there. Thank you. Let's fill in a little bit here. I'm gonna make these fake cylinders fake. There might be a different building technique that I employ to them. candle. It's like, did these come in like a lime green? Do. Oh, they do. Well, we just found our solution. So parts, hose. Probably needs to be a little bit longer than that. Let's do 1.5. Yeah. And yeah, you just basically drop them out of the way, and then it can attach to there. All right, so that solves a major problem. Let's see, plate modified. I need one with the center connection. Thank you. Question now. Select the color. Can most of this be lime? Select by type and color. This needs to be light bluish gray, definitely. Definitely need a lot of this to be a lime. Since that's what Claas Lexions are. Yeah, we can definitely attach the header to these bits right here. No problemo. Bright light yellow, really? Actually, that doesn't seem that bad. Medium lime? Huh. Medium lime. No, that can definitely be a lime color. I think I just got the wrong clip in there. Okay, and these can be just a black, I think. Fine. Okay, so that solves some of my problems. This is the rest of my problems I need to solve just by building back here. Green, bracket. So much lime in this thing. This is gonna be bright and retina burning very quickly. Okay, so I think that's hitting that bar. Yes, it is. Dang it. Okay, fine. Suck that in. Copy mirror. Bring that in. Plate round. Tile round? Yeah, tile round. I need this guy. So, yep. Basically. But I hopefully need to be able to attach these bits and have them rotate downwards. Feels like I need to cut out a lot more than that, though, in order to actually have this like rotate downwards correctly. The modified. Does that have a clip system? Like, if that's clipped there, okay, that's pretty close to being central. No, I think we can actually work with that. Lime. I definitely need some kind of central connection to this. On this side, really is just like a big, like, tile. Kind of squared off. Again, this feels like I need some kind of plate modified tech with like Technic bits. That's not aligned. Ah, but maybe I could use a bracket, honestly, to get the alignment that I want. Other way. Why is any attached at this point? Okay. Maybe we are running into trouble. Nope, that's in the way too. It's all in the way. It's all problematic. Yeah, no. It's all problematic. Because it needs to be right there. Well, even there it doesn't really line up. Well, I guess I do an offset then. Don't really have much of other choice. Like, it's getting close. Full work? Okay, fine, we'll do a full brick in there. I don't think that's the best way to attach this, but yeah, sure. You know what, let's do a bigger bracket. Yeah. Small bracket and a brick. Good enough. There we go. It's in the way of the track, though. I mean, I could have the track be just solid. Be nice if it could move. Means sucking in some of the details that are around here. And it looks like it's actually hitting quite a lot of things. Kind of a problem. You know what? It's more just like a little tooth bit in there. Does this even come in lime? It does come in lime. Okay. Oh, maybe that'll work then. Guess I need to connect it on the inside there now, so I can see what the rotation of this bit is like. Okay, what's the best way to connect this? I think it's probably a 3-lone bar or something like that on the inside. Now we just need to figure out how to connect to that 3-lone bar. You know what? Probably needs to be a brick modified. Okay, is that the answer that I need? Nope. It's close. Certainly close, but it's not quite there. Okay, so that's closer to what I need. I just need to do some adjustments. Oh. It's literally a bracket too long. Interesting. What have I connected? So we adjusted back there. Oh, panels. Okay, so that is connected like that. Which means hide. It should have a good range of movement. To move down. Kinda hits the tracks. I can widen out the tracks. Push them out a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, if I push the tracks out, I think it will involve actually doing just a full solid axle all the way across. Which will have some limitations, but I think overall that'll probably be fine. So now we have our combine header, our header piece. Yeah, there's definitely some other stuff we can do. But I'm kind of broiling, feeling a little bit woozy as well. So also I need to go out and do adult things like pay bills today too. So I'm going to actually just go ahead and call it, just rest for a little bit. Before I head out. It's just one of those things. Okay, 770 TT. I'm gonna name it TT. New. Save. I do, here, I'll show you guys what the old one I started was. This is here we go. So this is the older one I started. It's too wide, well, very much too wide. Tracks are also too big, wheels are too big. There's definitely, coming back to it, there's definitely some issues that this was having. Some things are awkwardly oversized. But this new one that we're working on should be much more beautiful. And I'll definitely have to test build some bits to this too. Hopefully it kind of works out. But yeah, without further ado, I do hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I can't really go longer. It's getting very warm and starting to cook and I gotta do things today. So anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening depending on where you're on the world. Take care and I will see you all again next time. Bye bye.